In the accident, around 20 people, including the pilots, were killed, and the rest, 200 passengers, were severely injured and traumatized. As the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, today Swamiji is leading the Moksha Deepam to liberate the souls who have died tragically and those who have been injured after a plane crash in Kozhikode and after the explosion that occurred in Beirut, Lebanon. One of the aspects of Paramashivoham program is offering the Maheshwara Puja. Every 16 days, at the end of the program, Swamiji has been giving this opportunity to all the program participants. Maheshwara Puja is the process prescribed in the Vedic Hindu tradition for compiling with the departed souls, completing with the departed souls. Maheshwara Puja is the oldest recorded ritual prevalent even today in the Vedic tradition. In the Maheshwara Puja, His Divine Holiness, Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, himself receives the puja and receives the Naivedya Bhiksha, the food offering. Maheshwara Puja is offered in the memory of a person who is no more. It is offered so that the departed souls rest in peace. The real peace that a soul can experience is the space of enlightenment. Maheshwara Puja bestows the space of completion with all the departed souls, and hence the participant is liberated from all the incompletions and patterns related and created by the deceased soul. In the Maheshwara Puja, His Divine Holiness is the embodiment of cosmic energy, personally receives the Bhiksha or the food offering. Using the ancient science of behind the action of eating this special food, he liberates the departed soul. No matter how many births the person would have taken after leaving the body, and no matter if the person has met the master or not in the life, the master can intervene and make his presence available to the departed soul's life and lead him to enlightenment. His Divine Holiness says that if a person has committed suicide, there is no other way for the liberation of the soul other than Maheshwara Puja. Participants are requested to provide a photo of the deceased only in order for His Divine Holiness to liberate them. Also, the tradition says that the one morsel of rice offered and fed to an enlightened master liberates 7 generations up and 7 generations down, and heredity of the Maheshwara Puja participant. Those many extra morsels of rice fed bestows that many kalpas, 4.32 billion human years of life in KAILASA, in the space of an enlightened master to the participant. Several times in the last few months, KAILASA has conducted the Maheshwara in order for Swamiji to liberate the thousands of souls who have lost their lives in tragic incidences, including the plane crashing which killed 2,000 people in Pakistan, which happened early in June. Yesterday, Swamiji conducted an extremely powerful initiation for the Atmalinga. Atmalinga is the exact mold. Sri Anteshwara is the Atmalinga which Paramashiva himself materialized from his Anandagandha, his own inner space, and gave to Adi Shankaracharya to worship. Following that tradition of giving the Atmalinga, for all of us in this day and age, Swamiji is giving us the Atmalinga and initiating us into the worship of Paramashiva. The next Atmalinga process will be during the Paramashivoham program. To register, to get initiation, register into paramashivoham.org/join. And you would like to offer the puja, you can go to contact@kailasa.org with your request.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivam.
In order to completely get involved with life and start actively working on our consciousness, bringing super consciousness breakthrough to ourselves and to the whole humanity, Swamiji gave us one instruction to get involved with KAILASA. Swamiji declared, KAILASA is the message from Paramashiva for all of you, not only to sail through this pralaya, to have super consciousness breakthrough. What do I mean by the word KAILASA? Swamiji says, enlightened ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself in your home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to KAILASA, it's okay. The KAILASA can come to you. KAILASA coming to you is KAILASA. Literally the enlightenment and power manifestation, Paramashiva, everything served to you without you not inspired in life, unable to overcome your laziness, boredom and tiredness, KAILASA has a solution. If you are inspired to get up early in the morning and do, but your laziness with your laziness pattern, we can multiply the quantity and quality of your life. We can make you understand why your boredom is stronger than your inspiration or powerful cognitions. Sometimes the problem is as simple as too much of gas in the stomach or undigested food in the stomach. What you need is hartaki powder, neem juice, castor oil for 2-3 days. You're saved from destroying 8 to 10 years of your life. We can get you at least 40% of extra life back to you. Per month, if you are in the waking state for 100 hours, we can raise it early into 150 hours, even to 200 hours. Available of e-services. Wherever you are, we can help you through our e-services, helping you to identify your root patterns of suffering, teaching you why life negativity, why withdrawal from life, and why self-doubt, self-hatred, and self-denial, why so much of tiredness and laziness. supporting you from aligning your diet, attitude, aptitude, and understanding of life. We can help you with everything with guided meditation sessions and learn the groundbreaking unclutching meditation technique and participate in the Akhanda Jnana Nirvikalpa Jnana Samadhi Yajna power manifestation initiations. We will make sure you manifest powers of Paramashiva. We won't stop you with just goodbye, good life. We will literally not stop you live enlightened life, manifesting the state, space, powers of Paramashiva. Completion sessions to mature your relationships and manifest beautiful new ones, revitalize your health, manifest wealth, remove all the irritation, anger, feeling violated toxins from your system. We will give you a wake-up call during morning Brahma Muhurta, help you detox your body through Haritaki, castor oil, neem juice, and give you complete spiritual solutions. If you want to sign up as a e-Kailashavasi, you can register now at kailasa.org/e-Kailasha. Now let us now hear from Swamiji, the divine vision revealed by Swamiji for e-Kailasha.
I want all over the world more and more ecosystems getting formed. All these people sincerely, not only they will do, they will click and upload it in the internet. I want all places to start this ecosystem, ecosystem. This is the best thing you will do. Not only you have to do, you should just click the screenshot and put it in the Facebook. And so you encourage others to join in your ecosystem, in your time zone. You guys can consolidate yourself into time zones because it doesn't need to be distance based. It's a Zoom. So it's only time based. Brahma Muhurta of your time zones, Brahma Muhurta. It can evolve as a beautiful, great spiritual support, especially during this pandemic, pralaya. It is, I will say that it's worthy of $1 million. This ecosystem, what it is contributing to you is $1 million worth. I want all major cities, I want Hyderabad to start this spiritual ecosystem. New York, Los Angeles, Houston, Thiruvannamalai, Vididi, everywhere. Start this ecosystem. Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai. Give a wake-up call during the Brahma Muhurtam. Get up, come on Zoom and start yoga. Malaysia, Australia, Seattle, everywhere. All over the world, I think we should run at least 100,000 ecosystem. I'm going to give special gifts for the people who run ecosystem. I think Mauritius also should start this ecosystem. It's too easy. I think San Jose has done the best job. The real work of Kailasa, helping people, encouraging, psychologically supporting. I tell you, these ecosystems, enlightened ecosystems. I should say that ecosystem. Trip that E. Second E, enlightenment. Third E, ecosystem. Electronic enlightenment ecosystem. Triple E. E. And anyhow, all my disciples are all the time E only. So, electronic enlightenment ecosystem. KAILASA. KAILASA. I strongly support, recommend making this KAILASAs everywhere. Every city which has KAILASA, which evolves KAILASA, I'll be spending and sending special gifts for you guys. And every Kailasians will receive personally my spiritual support and blessing. I want everyone, every human being should become Kailasian. He should be supported spiritually. Hey, do you know? You get a morning wake-up call, especially from a very loving, sympathetic, caring friend who understands even if you don't wake up, it's okay. What can be done? He will only support you, encourage you. Even if he screams at you, it will be cute. Because for your health, he is pushing you. So understand, getting a wake-up call from that kind of a person and that kind of a friends, and you start not only doing yoga, share your experiences, spend time, chit-chat. Best thing to have in your life is KAILASA, electronic enlightenment ecosystem. I want next 1 week to be dedicated by all my disciples, devotees, to make a beautiful KAILASA all over the world in every time zone, and enroll, enrich as many people as possible. 6E. First E, electronic. Second E, enlightenment. Third E, ecosystem. Electronic enlightenment ecosystem. Then enroll, enrich, enrich. 6 E's. Let's reach out, support every person. I tell you, if you are supported by KAILASA, you are receiving the service worthy of $1 million. Especially during this pandemic, Pralaya, let's reach out every possible person. Let's reach out everybody. Support, help, have more and more positive, powerful cognition. Actually, each KAILASA can have few acharyas. Book reading, even Nirvikalpa Samadhi sessions, unclutching sessions, sharing with each other, supporting each other with powerful cognitions. There are many people who can really help you with powerful cognitions. We can make a beautiful Acharya's list and publish for each time zone. I think world may be having some 30-40 time zone. I know only vertical time zones. On this horizontal time zone, I don't know much. Maybe 30-40 time zones. In all 30-40 time zones, we can make KAILASAs, and even locally you can start making your own KAILASAs. We can do it in a very nice way, and I'll absolutely support all of you with everything possible. We can make e-Kailasas for each time zone, and then you can make local Kailasas, your own also. For example, in one time zone, if there are 10 cities, all 10 cities can make their own Kailasas and then connect it with the time zone. Or you can have one time zone. So it all depends on the place. Let's make as many time zones, as many Kailasas as possible in every time zone. Because, listen, during this Pralaya pandemic, if you are sleeping more than 6 hours, you are in danger of getting destroyed. See, the Pralaya enters into you as excessive sleep initially, then you are gone. Do not allow Pralaya to enter you and destroy you. Like how the belly fat destroys your life once for all. Sleeping more than 6 hours during this Pralaya destroys you once for all. It puts you in wrong pattern. I think this is the best practical solution. E-Kailasas. So all e-Kailasas, please send an email, register yourself and get it organized. Get it organized. We will support you centrally with acharyas, all the other supporting material, everything possible. I can even send some special mandalas, yantras and all that. Let's work out all that next. First, let's organize ourselves. 100,000 e-Kailasa, million e-Kailasians is the first level enriching we should do.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
For this Pralaya, Swamiji has guided us that we must infuse intense consciousness, peace inside you and into the world. That is the only thing we can do, especially now. The only thing all of us can do is bring more and more unclutching and more shanti, peace into us through this unclutching technique. Unclutching is a space of complete restful awareness where you are not clutching to any of the thoughts, emotions. Most of us are prisoners to our past. We repeat the same incidents more and more, again and again. We repeat the behaviors we are familiar with. This results in the feeling that life is repetitive and boring, that we never experience anything new. When we unclutch, each moment becomes fresh, exciting, and filled with possibility. When you are not transferring the stress and load created by one thought to the other thought and carrying that load constantly, please understand, usually you transfer the load and the stress you created by one thought to the other thought. And when you're constantly transferring those emotions to the next thought, your inner space becomes insensitive, loaded with so much of emotions. It naturally sinks into depression, restlessness, boredom, all the negative emotions. Unclutching is not connecting one thought and the other thought and carrying the same stress and emotions. When you unclutch, you stop carrying the stress and negative emotions from one thought to another thought. And when you don't carry that stress, suffering, negativity, pressure, restlessness from one thought to another thought, naturally you experience the peace inside. Many of us still have questions about unclutching. They may not yet think this is the ultimate technique for them to run their lives. Those people may think that they need thoughts or they need the mind to function in their lives. Let's now see what Swamiji has to say about unclutching.
Here, he is giving us technique to achieve the first level of samadhi. We need to know first, why do we need samadhi first of all? It's not our food and bedroom and clothes are enough for life. Why do we need samadhi at all? What is the necessary to know about this samadhi? Please understand. I can say this is the ultimate luxury a man can have. Ultimate luxury a human being can have is opening our connection to the cosmic consciousness. Sometimes these great ideas, words, they happen in our life once in a while like a breeze, and after a few days you forget about them. You are caught in your regular routine, in your regular life. Again, after some time, when you get a chance to see somebody like this, some ideas, again they touch you. Again, you forget about them in your life, you carry on in your life. Again, sometime, once in a while you come in contact. That is the reason we don't understand how important the necessity of the samadhi experience. Please understand. A born blind man can never understand what he is missing. Same way, a person who has not experienced samadhi even once can never understand what he is missing. It's a whole another dimension of life. Whole another dimension of life. The other day, one of my disciples was driving me from Phoenix to Los Angeles. Suddenly I turned towards him and I said, I wish you have a body like mine. He started laughing. What did you mean, Swamiji? Nothing. I put little snacks in the mouth. They were eating little snacks and they gave me little. The moment I put the little snacks in the mouth, immediately body was in samadhi. Means it was an ecstasy. Nothing more is needed to please you. Just these few qualities. Understand about these few qualities, then you will understand the power of samadhi, utility value of samadhi. See, today I want you to understand the utility value of samadhi. Only then the meaning of what I am talking will be understood. Only then you will understand why you should sit and listen for hours together about samadhi. It has direct utility value in your life. Just little snacks, nothing else. Just that. Body was already in samadhi, means overflowing, ecstasy, joy. Just feels nothing is needed. See, when that feeling nothing more is needed is there, you feel like blessing the whole universe. Life is too good. Just understand, having that feeling, life is too good. It's just, that is the, whenever you have the feeling, life is too good, you are living. I can say, having that feeling, life is too good, 24/7, 366, is what I call Ananda, or living in Samadhi. Just continuously feeling, life is good, life is good, life is good. If that idea, that feeling, life is good is not there, whatever you have, what is worth? It's nothing. It's not worthy of anything. It is not worthy of anything. And if that feeling life is good is there, you just know, life is good. Life is good. Living in Samadhi, it has great utility value. Apart from that, you see, when you have that feeling, life is good, suddenly you see there is no hangover on people. Understand? I am not asking you to go and play with it or break the conditioning overnight. You will not be able to do. But you can prepare step by step, step by step. You can reclaim your natural state. You can reclaim your yogic body, yogic hardware. It is possible. When I say all the below 30 people take 1 year off, I mean you will have yogic hardware. Now you need that. And Vedic software. And I say after 60, take off 1 year. You may not be able to do yogic hardware. It is too late. But at least Vedic software, that can be done. That can be done. That is possible. That is what I mean. Understanding the utility value of Samadhi. Once you understand the utility value of Samadhi, then you will start working for it. Here Patanjali is giving you, defining the first level Samadhi, Sampranyada Samadhi. The first level Samadhi is describing Vitarka, Vichara, Ananda, Ashmita, Rupanugamad, Sampranyataha. Reasoning, contemplation, blissful flowering, and the state of pure awareness are the characteristics of Sampranyada Samadhi. Reasoning, contemplation, blissful flowering, and state of pure awareness. About reasoning and contemplation, yesterday we internalized, we understood. Yesterday I expressed few truths about reasoning and contemplation. Today, let's work on Ananda and Ashmita. Blissful flowering and state of pure awareness. Ananda, my favorite subject. I can say that is our brand. Whatever subject I may touch, I look through that Ananda angle only. The angle of bliss. I may be speaking on intelligence, I may be speaking on yoga, I may be speaking on tantra, I may be speaking on silence, I may be speaking on peace. Whatever I speak, I connect it to the bliss, Ananda. That is our branding. I can say that's the essence of life. Here, Patanjali describes Ananda as one of the important qualities which you experience and express in Sampranyada Samadhi, the first level Samadhi. Sampranyada Samadhi means the Samadhi which you experience through these four states. It's the first level. There is second level, Asampranyada Samadhi. Then he describes different kind, Savigalpa, Nirvigalpa, different kinds of Samadhis, different kinds of spiritual experiences.
Paramahamsa Nithyananda conducts Inner Awakening, a 21-day enlightenment intensive course, and Life Bliss Engineering, a 3-month course for having a yogic body and Vedic mind. visit www.dhyanapeetham.org. Call 919731257960.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
The global Akhanda Nirvikalpa Jnana Samadhi Jnana Yajna was on the 93rd day to give the world a superconscious breakthrough and heal the world from COVID-19. From people over 50 countries continuously radiating the space of Paramashiva by practicing the unclutching meditation 24 hours, 17 days a week, starting from 13th May Indian Standard Time to 20 people sessions from 3 languages around the world, which is English, Chinese, and French, from 50 countries, 13,200 minutes for peace. Every language started with chanting the Mahavakya for 1 hour, and then Upanishads and Bhagavad Gita for 1 hour, and then hours of straight unclutching. At any given time, there is active unclutching around the world. To join this movement, you can log on at kailasa.tv/minutes for peace. Swamiji revealed deeper insights into the cosmic happening of this Pralaya period. He has given us a glimpse of what is going on in the macrocosmic level and revealed to us exactly how that maps to us in microcosmic level. Before going further in our satsang introduction today, let's remind ourselves of what Swamiji has said to us.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivam.
So I can be absolutely complete, sincere to these 2 statements. One, I love you all sincerely. I lived, living, will live just as a pure, transparent manifestation of Paramashiva without having any addition, deletion, strategies, nothing. Just simple Paramashiva straight away. Simple Paramashiva straight forward. I can stand between you and Paramashiva and declare my integrity to both of you at a time. I can look at the side of Paramashiva and say, yes, I am absolutely integrated to you. I can look at all yours, your side, and say, I am absolutely integrated to you. Please understand, strategy-less visionary is the definition of me. Visionary without a strategy. I'll just reveal what Paramashiva reveals. Paramashiva is very clearly expressing now means this pralaya. Now, not only universe is expanding, the expansion is accelerated. Understand? He also showed me the verbal manifestation, how the expansion is accelerated. Om is the expansion. The sound of the universe is Om. 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 acceleration of this expansion is Shiva, 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 Shiva. Listen, all of you human beings have binary existence, like inhaling, exhaling, life, death. Binariness is your existence. Let Shiva be your binariness. She inhaling, Va exhaling, She life, Va death. This prana samana, inhaling, exhaling, life and death, everything, the binary happening in you, masculine and feminine, the binary happening in you, be Shiva, 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 Shiva. Listen. This is the sound of the cosmos happening now, at present. Om is the physics, the existential reality of the universe by its natural expanding quality, tendency. Shiva is the vibration of acceleration happening in this expansion. So just go on, be sitting in that space. Shiva. See, when you are sitting in this space of Shiva, 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 that accelerated expansion of the universe starts happening in you, and you get the stimulus package from cosmos. Listen, not only governments, even cosmos is doing a powerful stimulus package for people to get super conscious breakthrough and manifest powers in this pralaya, in this pandemic. Simple way to get the large chunk of that stimulus package to manifest intense powers, love, knowledge, enlightenment. Big share Paramashiva is pushing on the world, humanity. Very simple way. Sit as much time as you can. Actually, you don't even need a separate time. While you are doing all your work, including falling asleep, you can just go on, be inside, vibrating. Don't chant, vibrate. Shiva. See, remembering and forgetfulness, both are your binary. Like inhaling and exhaling is your binary. Remembering, forgetfulness, and male, female, Shiva, Devi, Paramashiva, Parashakti, your existence is binary. Your understandings are binary. Your realizations are binary. Your experience of life is binary. You act binary. You live binary. Being and acting binary. Everything is binary. Silence and talking, everything is binary. So let your core existence of binary become Shiva, 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 Shiva. Along with your day-to-day activity, let this Shiva become undercurrent of you for this Pralaya period. I am not telling you to strategize to be in that chanting Shiva, 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 Shiva whole life. Then you will never do. I am not interested in that. Just do for this Pralaya. You will get a stimulus check from Paramashiva. If you want cosmic stimulus check, powers, enlightenment, super consciousness, everything, huge chunk, just reverberate yourself with Shiva, 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 Shiva. You can see Shiva. Both are rooted in Om. 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 I'm not lying. See, I'm standing in front of Mahakala Bhairava, keeping him as a witness, Mahakala Bhairava. The Saraswati is sitting on my tongue, being true to her. And Paramashiva manifesting through this being, true to him. I tell you all, just to do this Shiva, 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 Shiva. If you are feeling restless, Shiva, 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 Shiva. If you are feeling bored, Shiva, Shiva, Shiva. If you are feeling tired, Shiva, Shiva, Shiva. Whatever it may be, don't leave Shiva. The rhythms can change, but don't change the core tune, existence of your being. Raga can change, tala can change, pallavi can change, rhythm can change, even tune can change. Don't change the script. Shiva, 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 Shiva. If you are yawning, Shiva. Especially if you have Atmalinga, you can keep it in your bag. If you have a large jata like mine, put it inside the jata. Understand? In Hindu tradition, kings used to wear Shivalinga, their Atmalinga only as the krita, crown. Vaishnavites wear the Sadari, the Parandamas Padukas as crown. Shaivites wear Atmalinga as the crown. If you have a jata, put the linga inside or put it in your bag. Anything is okay. Just if it is around your body, that's enough. Shiva, 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 Shiva.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Autobiography of the Avatar. Today, we will be exploring another fundamental aspect of the grand happening of the Avatar, which is Sannyas. One day, the Avatar's words and his physical presence will be only remembered in books and other recording media, though he will be recalled as the most recorded incarnation in history with millions of books and videos. His life will be his greatest teaching. The Avatar has delivered and continues to deliver what he came for to the planet Earth, not just because he has said it, but because he has lived it. Sannyas is the lifestyle which the Avatar lived with such perfect integrity and authenticity. Throughout the Hindu history, it was this lifestyle and the people who lived it who saved Hinduism from disappearing from the planet Earth. In the modern day, the Avatar paved this unique pathway for millions of his disciples to follow and ultimately reach the superior experience, the oneness with Paramashiva himself. In times such as these, when Kali Yuga is at its peak atrocity, this new pathway is a challenge, but it is a needed for humanity to attain the next level of conscious functioning. Sannyas is the bride that the avatar is rebuilding, that this sannyas itself is a bridge that the avatar is rebuilding that will help millions across this age's abysmal depression to the light on the other side. First, let us understand the very definition of sannyas. When Swamiji begins to define sannyas, he starts with the definition of integrity. He says, integrity is the unit of oneness, the state of Paramashiva manifesting in your body and mind. Integrity is the unit to measure the amount of oneness oozing out through your body and mind. Sannyas is the unit to measure the amount that the state, space, and powers of Paramashivatva are manifesting in your body and mind. An integrated person may have the state but may not have the space and powers of Paramashivatva. There were many who relaxed in the state of Paramashiva and decided, enough, I am full. Why unnecessarily bother about anything else? It is very few who decide to almost manifest the space and powers to show you the possibility. Integrity is the first of the 36 tattvas, which is the units to measure the existence of cosmos. Sannyas is the last unit to measure the most supreme experience of that universe, the ability to be in the pure state, the ability to manifest the space from the pure state, and the ability to manifest powers from the pure state and space. Swamiji says, I am not saying that sannyas is the only way. I am only saying it is the royal way, the right practice of our original state of Paramashivatva is sannyas. That means without diluting the state, making it into the space and manifesting into powers. For our understanding, Swamiji gives us a beautiful analogy. During a certain period, when milk is becoming curd, nobody should touch it. It should not be moved. It should be just left alone. Same way, anybody who wants to manifest Paramashivatva needs to be left untouched for certain period. Even in that certain period, your body and mind need to be left untouched without even remembering anyone or anything else in your inner space. If your life is committed to somebody, your life has another reflection or another responsibility. You need to respond to them. You have some fundamental commitments to somebody, but when physically, mentally, psychologically, and emotionally, there is no other relationship other than Guru, you don't need to respond to anybody else. You only respond to the Guru's presence in your life. When milk is at the right saturation, you just need a few drops of curd into the milk and leave it, which means drop the initiation into you and leave it. Then the milk solidifies and assumes the form of the pot and does not respond to or relate with anything other than the pot. In the same way, when the initiation is dropped, you need to be just to be with the pot, the Guru who molds you. You see, when there is a commitment to continuously respond to another person, your nervous system goes through a certain regular anxiety attack. It is like a cloth being beaten every day. When a cloth is being beaten every day, you can't expect it to get strengthened. That is why during the period when integrity is becoming enriching, you need to be left physically and mentally untouched and undemanded and not required to respond to anything other than to Guruva, which is the guidance of Guru. You need to be left in that kind of Vatavarana, ambience. Anybody who reaches the shore of Paramashivatva, even if they were grihasthas, who is married householders, understands the need to literally living as sannyasis for certain period, the space of sannyas, where you physically live brahmacharya, which is living with fulfillment within oneself without the need of the opposite gender, ahimsa, non-violence, satya, thinking, speaking the truth always, asteya, non-stealing, aparigraha, living with minimal things, is required for Paramashivoham. From the beginning of Swamiji's advent on planet Earth, he was always a sannyasi. In fact, after his birth, when Swamiji's biological mother took him to the astrologer said that he would become a Raja Sannyasi or king of monks. The avatar is seen here at age 4, dressed as a sannyasi, Hindu monk, cogni- cognizing his sannyas, monkhood, in his very depth at that young age. Behind him is the sacred Arunachala, Paramashiva himself in the hill form in Tiruvannamalai, the avatar's place of incarnation. Swamiji narrates that once at the age of around 6, Raghupati Yogi once asked him, "Do you want to become sannyasi or grihastha?" Swamiji just stood up and proudly declared sannyasi. Raghupati Yogi, Raghupati Yogi touched Swamiji's head and did something. Then, after 2 to 3 days, Swamiji asked him, "Did you purify my brain to give a sannyas life?" He said, "I just increased the frequency to seeking. That's all." He said, "Just the seeking becomes powerful. All good would become your biomemory." Anyone struggling with brahmacharya or aparigraha or asteya, any vow you are struggling with, just your seeking is not intense, or you're struggling with integrity or inauthenticity, irresponsibility, selfishness, whatever, it just boils down to only one: not having enough seeking. Just increase the intensity of seeking. Amazingly, Swamiji continues, "From the time that he put his hand on my head, my entire sexual development stopped. My physiology froze. My sexual physiology did not develop further." The power of this declaration by the young avatar just stopped the sexual maturity from happening in his body. To date, the testosterone levels in the avatar's body match the levels that are normally found in a 6-year-old boy. In 2014, when an medical test was conducted on Swamiji at the Victoria Government Hospital, the test results showed that the testosterone levels of Swamiji were less than that of a 6-year-old body. As you can see, this is the exact records of Swamiji's medical test showing Swamiji's levels of testosterone in his body. To many, this might be extremely shocking results, but for all of us devotees, this is an indicator of the sheer power of Swamiji's command over his body to manifest sannyas, even though his physiology functions. Continuously over the last few months, Swamiji has been guiding every one of us to unclutch. He even said that he is going to repeat himself until every single human being hears that he is saying.
Ishvara
and
eating with me.
at least, and their first glimpse into the world of Nirvikalpa Samadhi, which Swamiji has made so easy for us. Swamiji had his first ever unclutching initiation from his Guru, Arunagiri Yogeshwara. Arunagiri Yogeshwara is the embodiment of Paramashiva, the primordial Hindu divinity who assumed the human form thousands of years ago and who assumed the form of a sannyasi and befriended the young avatar as his guru in our times, which is 1988 to 89. What unfolded is the gift to humanity to the ideal guru-disciple relationship, where the Guru, Arunagiri Yogeshwara, is the embodiment of Paramashiva, and the disciple, the avatar, in the current incarnation of Paramashiva. Through the happening of his beloved Guru, the avatar recreates the magical experience of the Guru-disciple relationship for millions of his own disciples, kindling in them the yearning to discover the same sweet space of disciplehood and the bliss of Advaita oneness. The darshan, divine physical presence of Arunagiri Yogeshwara, and the 9.5 month period during the life of the avatar is the pivotal period during the avatar's childhood years. This period came to a ceremonious climax after 9 months when Arunagiri Yogeshwara himself initiated Swamiji into sannyas and wrapped the kavi around Swamiji. Now we can watch as Swamiji himself beautifully narrates this incident from his life.
One day I told him, please you come to the house, my house. And he laughed and said, you come to the place where I am staying. House where I am staying. The moment he said, I know, wow, it's such an opportunity. I said, come on, take me. You only never took me. I told him, come on, take me, take me. You never took me the house where you are staying. Take me to your room. I thought inside that cave only he is staying. I know in Tiruvannamalai temple there are so many caves, and I have seen the cave size of where 1,000 people can sit. Please understand, in Tiruvannamalai I have seen the caves, such huge, large size caves, 1,000 people can sit. That size caves I have seen, with water facility and lighting, the natural lighting and water. I have seen the caves. So I thought maybe this cave will lead to his cave where he is staying. And I also know in Tiruvannamalai temple there are many underground paths, subways. So I asked him, take me to the place where you are staying. He said, come on, let's go. He entered into that cave by bending, and I remember he just held my hand and pressed. Please understand, now I wanted to put this on record. First time when he pressed the hand, I lost body consciousness. All these days I was with him, I never lost body consciousness. First time I lost body consciousness. So, from this moment, whatever I am describing, I do not know whether physically I was part of that scene or I was taken out of my body and this experience happened. I am not able to be clear, because the moment he pressed my hand to pull me inside the cave along with him, I lost the body consciousness. And even the scenes I remember after this were not like this worldly. He just walked into a cave and I also walked with him, and suddenly the cave opened and we came out and I saw a huge banyan tree, little bigger than our Biddi banyan tree. It was Arunachala hill, that much I can very clearly say. And the huge banyan tree. And maybe some 20, 30 sadhus were sitting around the seat of the Guru. The seat of the Guru was empty. They were all sitting down, meditating. The moment he walked in, all of them got up and stood and did namaskar. The way they bowed down, I know he is the Guru of that area, means Guru of that group. He went and straight sat on the Guru's seat. The way he went and sat authoritatively, I know he is the Guru. And all of them are his disciples, very elderly sadhus with a long beard, just like you listen and see in the stories. How the Dakshinamurti used to be sitting under the banyan tree and all his old disciples used to sit. That's exactly the scene. The scene happened in KAILASA, happening in Biddi. Was literally happening. I saw. The way he went and sat. Literally he sat like Dakshinamurti only. He just went and put his leg little this way, that's all. That's the way he sat. Where he put the left leg on the right leg and little closer he kept than usual posture of Dakshinamurti, you see. This is exactly the way he sat. And he started answering some of the questions they all asked. They were addressing him with so much of reverence. And they all fell flat when he sat in his seat and did namaskar and sat up. I was the only small boy in that group, but I was looking around and seeing all of them. Maybe after some time, their attention turned on me and one person said, "Who is this person? He is the only person without kavi here, who is not a Swami, Sannyasi." That kind of it did not exactly meant I am not a sannyasi or a person without having kavi, something like that. Because I was with my school uniform. I remember very clearly that dark blue and light blue. Must be, because 11 means by the time I've already started going to the high school, 6th grade. So, dark blue and light blue. In Indian villages, kids will not change they will wear the uniform even in the holidays. They may not go to school, but they will be always wearing the uniform only, same dress only. I still remember the half trouser of dark blue and shirt of light blue. That was the school uniform. And immediately that saw my Kundalini. I said, I may not be wearing kavi, I am also sannyasi only. And I saw Aruණagiri Yogeshwara laughed. Then he said, then why you are not wearing kavi? I asked him, you give me kavi. He laughed and he looked. Immediately I saw one sadhu brought kavi clothes. And I did not even have a second thought to remove and throw my dress. I just removed all my dress. Naked I walked near him without even having a second thought. And he himself tied that kavi cloth in my hip like a dhoti. He himself tied it. I still remember, just tied the cloth and hugged me. Gave energization, put his hand on my head. Naturally, the experience was just out of the world. I came and sat in the group. Now I felt one with that group, and group also felt one with me. They did not feel now I am an outsider. One good thing, still I have that cloth given by him. Still the cloth is there. Because the cloth is there, I feel the experience is either happened in the physical plane or a metaphysical plane which gets converted to physical plane. See, there are some metaphysical experience which disappears when the conversion into physical plane happens. But there are some solid metaphysical experiences. It becomes physicality when it comes down to the physical plane. Like Ramakrishna had an experience of Rama giving him the pot full of porridge, a mud pot full of porridge. When he came down from that experience, he had the pot in his hand. The pot was there. The pot did not disappear. Only the Rama's form disappeared, but the pot was there. That did not disappear. So I can say this experience from the metaphysical plane, when it settled down into the physical plane, the items given remained. That is why I feel the experience has become physical biomemory in me. It remains as a physical bioenergy.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
It's time now to prepare ourselves to be in Upanishad with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let's make a conscious decision to be in the space of deep listening with the simple integrity with His Divine Holiness, Swamiji. that we are here, open and available to receive the revelations of Paramashiva. Let us chant the Mahavakya initiation by Swamiji. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham.
Nithyananda
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Nithyanandeshwara Paramashivoham Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. I welcome all of you with my love and respect. I welcome all the living, practicing Hindus from all over the world. I welcome all the Sarvanyapita Kartas, Ejamans, visitors, viewers, Shrimahans, Mahans, Sarvaparityagis, Kotaris, Tanedar, everyone sitting with us all over the world. I welcome all of you with my love and respect. Paramashiva's direct message from KAILASA. Understand the cosmic principles about birth, death, life, universe, God, human society. Understand the cosmic principles about all these basic ingredient of your life. Function from that understanding. You will have cosmic consciousness happening in you. This is today's message. Understand? Understand about life from cosmos, as cosmos reveals about life, not as the foolish materialistic brainwashing dash fellows are trying to teach you. See, the chronic capitalists are trying to brainwash you. Life is all about the amount of luxury and comforts and things you have, because they want to make you just their customer. The only utility you have for them is just being a customer. Earn, come and give it to us to buy a jeans. Then come and give it to us to buy a couch. Then come and give it to us to buy a car. Then earn for 30 years, go on paying just the mortgage of your home. You are nothing but machine to pay their bills. So they teach you that is what is life. Each one teaches about life to you the way they can exploit you. But cosmos teaches about life to you as it is. I tell you, I have seen the delusion of the people, fear of living organized. They will even commit suicide, but they don't want to live organized way. See, the whole cosmos is order. It is in such beautiful order. Even the chaos is in a very beautiful order. If you learn that order, you will understand life is such absolute freedom. For example, when you wake up early in the morning, if you just remember Paramashiva, your whole brain will wake up, your whole body will wake up, your whole mind will wake up. your whole consciousness will wake up. Your whole emotions will wake up. It is equivalent to having 25 coffees. Remembering the 25 faces of Paramashiva, 75 eyes, 50 hands, and meditating on him. Mahadeva, manifest in me, is equivalent to having 25 coffees. Ooh, you will become hyperactive. I have seen these kids, when you feed them too much of chocolate, they will become hyperactive. Now, without even eating chocolate, Skandamata is doing that job. She is making the whole ashram chaos. I'm so happy. Just remembering that she is Subramanya, she is just making everyone run around. It's called sugar bus. I tell you. Remember Paramashiva and have sugar bus. Your whole day will be in such order. Morning sugar bus of your life should be remembering Paramashiva with 25 heads, 75 eyes, 50 hands. Mahadeva, Hara Hara Mahadeva, Paramashiva. That should be your sugar bus. Understand? From the time I know me, my sugar bus is Arunachala's darshan. Actually, when I look back, I feel I have not changed at all. This description is the most apt description for me. Small but continuous, unbroken lineage of enlightened masters from a remote South Indian village, Thiruvannamalai, gone right. I can repeat this definition any number of times. Is Nithyananda. I don't feel I have changed at all. See, whether the Bhasma filled forehead or Rudraksha filled body, or the way I sit in Batmasana and the cloth up to knee. If you see my Yoga Pattabhishekam photo, 1994, I think the photo was taken a little early during the ritual time, some of the ritual, and this final declaration day, that photo was used. 1994, the Yoga Pattabhishekam photo. And now, I don't feel I have changed at all. Those days, when I wake up, the first thing I'll open my eyes, seeing Arunachala. Now, I'm already in Samadhi. So first thing, I open my eyes as Paramashiva. That's it. Otherwise, I don't see any difference. See, whether KAILASA, this Sangha, KAILASA is nothing but Arunachala gone right. That's all. Reviving Arunachala. That's all. All over the world. Listen. You can see that photo. And now, nothing has changed. Last 26 years. Listen. about death. Learn about death from cosmos, who knows you before your death, during death, after your death, and what is death process. Learn everything from cosmos. Beautifully, cosmos has revealed all the sacred truths in Upanishads and Vedas and Agamas. I tell you, when you learn, understand, internalize Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, listening, internalizing, manifesting. These great truths from cosmos, your consciousness becomes enlightened consciousness. You just know life as it should be known. Yesterday I saw so many posts about, only now we are understanding Krishna's sacrifice. Hey, I tell you, even his Rasa Leela is an extreme sacrifice. It is not womanizing or polygamous as dash, dash, dash fellows distort the illegitimate sons of 3 M's. Distort Krishna's life, Rama's life, and abuse Hindus, make Hindus feel respect for their tradition and civilization. As they describe, it is neither womanizing nor polygamous. Understand? Hey, first of all, the whole Rasalila happened when Krishna was a kid, not even 10-year-old. Before 10, he already moved to Mathura. The whole thing happened in Vrindavan before 10. Unless he is real all right, let me not get into that subject. Now let me only tell what I need to tell. Because I have very spicy words for this anti-Hindu gang. I just silence myself. Okay, let me do my work, creative work, because Krishna Janmashtami is coming. So let me explain about Krishna and induce more love, bhakti, devotion about Krishna, and let you all start manifesting Krishna. Let's enjoy Krishna. Let's celebrate Krishna. Why waste time on Gamsas and Sisubalas and bloody dash, 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 dash Narakasuras? No need. Let them live their life. Let us live our life. Listen. Everything about Krishna's life is absolute sacrifice. Sarva parityaga for the humanity. Whether He gave life to the 16,000 women whom he rescued from Narakasura's hell, or he himself created a controlled condition and diffused all the weapons, most dangerous weapons, and all those people who can multiply those weapons finished them off, killed them literally, eliminated them. So planet Earth is safe. Planet Earth again becomes a place to live. Killing Bhishma, killing Drona was basic requirement, because anyone goes and begs, serves Drona, he is going to teach them Brahmastra. And after learning that Brahmastra, whether that fellow is going to be dharmic or just going to justify his delusional arrogance as dharma, who knows? So killing Drona was absolute necessary. Killing Bhishma was absolute necessary. Krishna took everything upon himself. That is why I wanted the Parthasarathi form of Krishna to be worshipped. Only then you will understand his sacrifice, where he is just resting in the beach of Chennai. Salty air burns the wounds but heals quickly. That is why he went to the Triplicane. He went to Triplicane and rested there for recovery of all the wounds from the body after the war. I want the Parthasarathi form of Krishna to be worshipped, to remember the extreme sacrifice, even physically. Hey, don't think he was all the time being served by Gopikas and all his Ashtasakis, always in the bed with best food, dress, comforts and best women. No. Stop projecting your fantasies on him. He was extremely sincere, compassionate, integrated leader, acharya, guide. Training people. Finally, he gave his own Narayani Sena to fight against him. He is in Pandava's side and he gifted his Narayani Sena to Kauravas. And Narayani Sena did a very integrated job. They did not drop their weapons because Krishna is on the other side. They obeyed his words than their personal attachment to him. What a personalities he built. That is Krishna. His own people take his words more important. His command is important than their personal attachment to him. God. And they also know nothing can be done to him. He is too big. If you look deeper and deeper Krishna's life, I can understand how a man who knows life as it should be known from cosmos, lives and radiates, manifests the extreme tyaga, sacrifice. Finally, he accepts the curse of Gandhari. Actually, he could have rejected the curse of Gandhari. It is not that all curses affect him. No. A Brahmastra did not affect him. He could save Parikshit from Brahmastra. The stupid Aswatthama sends Brahmastra. Krishna says, stop. And Brahmastra stops. He gives life back to Parikshit. So even Brahmastra he can nullify. He could have just nullified the Gandhari's curse. But he says, no. I want to honor the pain of Gandhari by honoring her curse. And he sacrifices Yadukula. And he knows Yadukula is going to be destroyed, so he gives his body to Suryavamsa. The Kalinga was ruled by Suryavamsa. He gives his body to them and tells them, hey, you maintain my Jiva Samadhi, my temple. The Jagannath Temple is the place where Krishna, Balarama, Subhadra's bodies physically is in Jiva Samadhi. The deity represents, see the body, after Krishna leaves the body, it floats in the ocean and goes to that side as directed by him. That body filled with the salt water. Natural mummification. Then all the three bodies were recovered by the Suryavamsa Rajas and they build the temple and they are maintaining it. And it's a living deity. I tell you, Krishna is alive in Jagannath. Subhadra is alive in Jagannath. Balabhadra is alive in Jagannath. If you want to see Krishna directly, face to face, go to Jagannath. Go to Puri. He is alive, living, Sakshat, Pratyakshamurti. Ramanuja is sitting as he is, with heart beat in Srirangam. I am talking to my disciples. I am not interested in trolls. Listen. I have seen that deity of Ramanuja in Srirangam. He is living. When I went to have darshan, I bowed down and I had one small desire. Prabhu, just show me you are alive. He sweetly opened his eyes and a small smile and closed it and went into samadhi again. Understand? I am uttering these words responsibly. All my disciples who are integrated to me, sincerely who believes, who loves what I am talking, go to Srirangam, stand in front of Ramanuja and ask him, Prabhu, my Guru sent me. He told me you smiled at him and opened your eyes and gave darshan. Please do that to me again. Please do that. Bless me. I sincerely trust my Guru's words and I came here. I am here for your darshan. Hey, I tell you, now I give you the commitment. If Ramanuja gave me darshan, if that is truth, he will give you the same darshan and blessing. He is alive. Body has shrunk little bit, is larger than when he was using his body, was little larger figure, a well-built Ajanubahu, because the Adisesha's avatara, larger body. Now body is little shrunk, but is alive. Acharya is alive. Understand? I have no reason to lie. I have no reason to lie. What is there? What is the vested interest for me to promote Acharya Ramanuja Samadhi? I have no reason. And the temple is not in my control, that I am promoting it so all of you will come and lot of money will come and it will all be mine. And all stupid trolls, shut all your holes and go and do your work, some other work, not trolling me. I have nothing to gain by promoting Ramanuja's Jiva Samadhi. I am just telling all my sincere disciples who are interested in enlightenment, don't miss, at least once go there and see. And I really tell you, he will bless you. Hey, listen. He's a living Mahapurusha. Even when I went to Shirdi, I saw he was sitting, just sitting. Shirdi Sai Baba. He was just sitting. Hey, it is not deity, he is. I am not hypomania or delusionary person who sees something which is not there. Hey, I see things which you can't see does not mean I see things which is not there. Hey, I see more than what you can see. Multiple times I went to Srirangam. Just now I connected with Acharya and prayed, Prabhu, please bless anyone who comes in my name listening to this satsang. Please grace them. Make them realize you are alive. He said, Tathastu. Done. Only after I got his Tathastu, I am even telling all of you, declaring it to all of you. Go. If you ask anybody in the Srirangam, they will tell you that where Ramanuja's Samadhi is there. And all my Gurukul kids, Balasans and my Sannyasis, KAILASavasis, you should not miss. As early as the travel becomes possible, you guys, all of you should make a trip. If you have not already made a trip, you should make a trip. And people who are in India, of course, from other countries, I don't think it is possible now, especially with this corona Arana, all that. So at least people, Kailasasis in India, when you are able to travel, when the traveling is possible, you should make a trip and ask him, Prabhu, Swamiji sent me. He told, you are alive. Just show some way. Either he can move hands and let him decide, or just open his eyes and or a smile. I tell you, he responds. He's alive, sitting in Samadhi, Sayujya Mukti of Parandama. Let me come back to the subject. The cosmic principles about life, death, enlightenment, purpose of life, internalize all of that. Kathopanishad very clearly shows what is death in a beautiful way. I have spoken multiple number of times, elaborately giving detailed understandings and revealing. Listen to all those satsangs and classes and read. Same way, this different states of consciousness and different planes of the universe, 11 dimensions, 25 states of consciousness, 25 faces of Paramashiva. Internalize all of that. From that, you will grow a powerful conscious way of existing. Krishna's Tyaga organized whole Hinduism and saved planet Earth from the worst disasters. Krishna avoided thousands of atomic wars. Understand? At the time of Mahabharata war, at least I'm saying 10 people had the capacity to destroy the whole Srishti. Whole Srishti. Most brilliant strategist Krishna diffused, dismantled, destroyed all the weapons. He did multiple things. Some weapons he diffused, some he destroyed, some he dismantled. But saved the planet Earth. I tell you. Powerful weapons like Brahmastra, Brahma Sirshastra, Narayanastra, Brahmandastra, Bhargavastra, Pashubadastra, each one of them can finish of whole Prakriti, whole creation, whole Srishti. His extreme Tyaga, he compiles the whole Hinduism into one book, Bhagavad Gita. Actually, a personality who can spell out Bhagavad Gita, he actually demonstrates he is an absolute control of himself. He is not at all agitated and leading the whole war. That is the definition of a real warrior. That is why in deathbed, Bhishma sings Sahasranama, Vishnu Sahasranama, glorifying Krishna who put him in deathbed. Bhishma knows it is only Krishna who can put him on deathbed. And lying on deathbed, Bhishma delivers Vishnu Sahasranama. Vishvam Vishnur Vashatkaro Bhuta Bhavyabhavat Prabhu. The whole Vishnu Sahasranama is more a stuti to Krishna, because you can see so much of Krishna in that Vishnu Sahasranama. More than any other incarnations, so much Krishna is present in Vishnu Sahasranama. If you see whole Lalita Sahasranama, so much Meenakshi will be present. The first itself, Sri Mata Sri Maharagni Srimat Simhasaneshwari Chidaknigunda Sambhuta Devagarya Samudyata Udyat Bhanu Sahasrapa Koti Bhanu Samanvita. The whole description walking out of the Chidagni Gunda, Homa Gunda, the whole description of Lalita Sahasranama is about Meenakshi and Meenakshi's life. Because Adi Shankara manifested Lalita Sahasranama in Madurai. That is why the whole Lalita Sahasranama is Meenakshi's form of Parashakti. This whole Vishnu Sahasranama is Krishna's manifestation of Vishnu. The Vishnu Sahasranama Bhashya is Krishna's life. Lalita Sahasranama Bhashya is Meenakshi's life. I have done enough research to claim Meenakshi and Krishna were on the same timeline, because at least 10 references I have. Meenakshi's father, means who did yajna and birthed Meenakshi. Meenakshi, the Meenakshi herself, she did not stay in the womb of any human being. She just walked out of the Chidagni Gunda, means the Homa Gunda. And that exact place is only now our Shyamala Pita, Sarvanya Pita is there. And we have Puranic reference and the original references for that also, and Shastra reference, and even this. The father of Meenakshi, who did this yajna and birthed Meenakshi, died in Mahabharata war, Malayadvaja Pandya. And we have the original scriptural references from Idihasa. Only the fools, stupid fellows who call the whole Hindu itihasas as mythology. Those fools only deny all this. These are all simple, straight, recorded facts, more authentic than the Indian media now. 1,000 times more authentic and truthful than the Indian media, the most corrupt media in the world, or I should say one of the most corrupt media in the world is Indian media. All our Puranas, Itihasas are 1,000 times more truthful than any of the media stories you read today. How the Indian media is trying to destroy the whole Hinduism. And Hindu India, the Hindu Bharat is being raped and destroyed by the Indian media. I can give you the original references even now, the Itihasas, which proves Meenakshi's father was killed in Mahabharata war, and actually Meenakshi's father's father was killed by Krishna in a war, and Malayadvaja Pandya, Meenakshi's father, takes the oath he will kill Krishna, but finally they understand and come to a settlement and peace. And then the Malayadvaja becomes very devoted to Krishna, and he wages war from Pandava's side, and during the war is killed. The king Malayadvaja has numerous references in the epic Mahabharata. His father Kulasegara Pandya was said to have been killed by Krishna, Lord Krishna, and his country invaded. To avenge the death of his father, Prince Malayadvaja got weapons from Bhishma, Drona, Balarama, and Kripacharya. Then the Prince Malayadvaja is said to become, in weapons, the equal of Rukmi, Karna, and Arjuna, and Achyuta. He then desired to destroy the city of Dwarka, Krishna's capital, and subjugate the whole world. Sage Agastya and Varuna, however, counseled him against the decision and said to have granted him back his father's kingdom and made king. He is said to have, not said to have, I think all this said to have is the bloody British translation. He is Malayadvaja got his capital back and got his father's kingdom, means that Pandya kingdom back, and he became king again. And he was also present during the Swayamvara of Draupadi and brought jars of sandalwood, agarbatti perfumes, and jars of gold for Yudhishthira's Rajasuya. During the Kurukshetra war, he sided with Pandava, and also is mentioned as a mighty and powerful charioteer and warrior. He was killed by Kauravas Ashwatthama. And he became a great devotee of Krishna after being advised by Agastya and Varuna, and because Agastya and Varuna are literally the founders of this Pandya kingdom. Varuna guides the Manu's ark, that ship after the deluge, and Matsyavadara brings that ark and parks in Pandya kingdom. Then Agastya comes and revives the whole civilization. Agastya was also in Manu's ark. So Varuna and Agastya are literally the founders of Pandya kingdom, and that is why the Pandya kingdom also has the fish as their emblem. That fish is Matsyavatara. Matsyavatara, Krishna's, Vishnu's incarnation, which brought the ship and parked. The Pandya kingdom. All these are history. Unless you are illegitimate sons of 3M, you won't call this as myth. It's not mythology, it's all history. There is enough reference. Itihasas are historical documentation, records, more truthful than any media record. Like how these modern day illegitimate sons of 3M go on, try to claim there was never a mentioned word of Hindu in any ancient scriptures. This word, there's no such thing as Hindu religion. How many times you fellows will vomit the same shit? And I have enough reference. In the Shastras, we have been called as Hindus. Again, now I can give you 4 references. But these illegitimate sons of 3M will never go for any original scripture or reference. They just blabber. I'll give you the references we have to prove that we have been described as Hindus in our scriptures. The Meru Tantra, 33rd Prakasha in Saptakalpadruma, Paschimamnaya mantrastu prokta parasya bhashaya ashtotra sadasidir yesham samsadanat kalau panchakana saptamaura navasaha mahabala Hindu dharmam praloptara jayante chakravartinaha hinanja dushayatyeva Hindu rit uchyate priye. Translation: in Kali Yuga, by chanting the Paschimamnaya mantra for 80,008 times, will manifest as power kings wise 5 Kana, 7 Maura and 9 Saha, who will destroy the Hindu Dharma. O Devi, the word Hindu literally means those who defeat the evil. And next, I have multiple references. I'll post everything in the Facebook because there's a lot of confusion going on. All the time this illegitimate sons of 3M try to attack our identity as Hinduism and as Hindus. I'm giving you the Shastra Pramanas, the original references, which is at least 3,000-4,000 years old. Scriptures, Itihasas, Brihaspatiya Shastra Pavishya Purana, Himsaya Duyate Yascha Sadacharana Tatpara Vedako Pratima Seki Sa Hindu Mukha Varnabak. யார் ஹிம்சிக்கப்பட்டாலும் எவன் துக்கமடைகிறானோ ஒழுக்கமான வாழ்க்கை நடத்துவதில் முனைப்புடன் உள்ளானோ வேதம் பசு விக்கிரகங்கள் ஆகியவற்றை பக்தியுடன் வழிபடுகிறானோ அவனே ஹிந்து. It's a beautiful translation. I read out in Tamil. I'll give the English translation also and put it in the Facebook with the reference. The original verse names, the the verse details. Then Brihaspatiyagama, which is before Christ, 400 years before Christ. The accepted dating itself is 400 years before Christ, but I feel these datings are much earlier. Even the Western historians accepted date is before Christ, 400 years before. It says very clearly, Himalayam முதல் ஹிந்து மகாசாகரம் வரை விரிந்து பறந்து கிடக்கும் தேவர்களால் நிர்மாணிக்கப்பட்ட இந்த தேசம் ஹிந்துஸ்தானம் என்று அழைக்கப்படும். ஜானுஸ்தானே ஜைன சப்த சப்த சிந்துஸ்ததைவச ஹிப்த ஹிந்துர் யாவனீய புனர்ஞேயோ குருண்டிகா. சா என்ற எழுத்து யவனர்களின் பாஷையில் ஹா என்று திரிந்து சப்த சிந்து சப்த ஹிந்துவாய் மாறியது. இது பவிஷ்ய புராணம். Even this is 400 years before Christ. One of the biggest problem with these illegitimate sons of 3M, only to abuse Hinduism they will accept the Hindu scriptures, but not to get the historical details and facts. Kalina balina kalita kalau num dharma yavanayo ratamakra rajta hindavo vindya mahavinaha. Kalika Puranam. This is also at least 2000 years old. அதர்ம ஆக்கிரமிப்பாளர்களின் படையெடுப்புகளினால் ஏற்படும் பாதிப்புகளிலிருந்து தப்பிக்க இந்துக்கள் விந்தியமலையை கடந்து வந்தார்கள். That's all. So understand, I'll give all this translation, original verse and Sanskrit translation, English translation with the numbers and references of the slokas in the Facebook. Just read. These illegitimate sons of 3M, they don't bother about the real history and all. What they talk is more like a masturbation. They just talk and they are satisfied and go to sleep. That's it. They don't care about shastras, any reference or answers. It's not that they want to do a very research. It's not that they are interested in truth. It is they are interested in just masturbating and vomiting something. They blabber and okay. But all my disciples who are very sincere and interested in finding the truth, I am giving you the references and the truths. Take it and spread it to whoever wants to listen to the truth. Whoever is interested in their masturbation, let them go and be with. We are not interested. Whoever is interested in truth, they can come and you can give them the truth as it is. Learn about states of consciousness. I have given elaborately all these understandings in Paramashivoham classes. Sadashivoham, Mahasadashivoham, Paramashivoham classes on 11 dimensions of the universe, vertical time zones, and 25 states of consciousness. In all these elaborate satsangs and classes, learn life from those right sources to know life as it is, as it should be known. Spend a little time in knowing life and cosmos. It's worth I'm telling you, it's worth. There is a lot more to tell, maybe in the further satsangs. Now, with this, I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhatvaita Saivam. The state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness, and KAILASA of Paramashiva. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. The eternal bliss. Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful.